the Mystics were moving the 2 games that were coming to their town with Caitlin Clark and the Indiana Fever. They were moving them to Baltimore. I'm just going to point it out for all of you. This is Angel Reese's home stomping grounds, by the way. So moving to Baltimore.
If you believed the Caitlin Clark versus Angel Reese rivalry was confined solely to basketball, think again. This clash has now ignited an all-out battle between entire cities. In a stunning move dripping with both strategy and spectacle, the Washington Mystics have opted to relocate their home games against Clark's Indiana Fever to none other than Baltimore, Maryland, Reese's own backyard, rather than hosting them at Capital One Arena in Washington, as they did previously. While the financial motivations behind this decision are evident, with the Mystics capitalizing on the fervor surrounding these 2 rising stars, the emotional stakes for Reese's supporters have skyrocketed, sending them into a frenzy. This sudden venue shift sparks an intriguing debate. Was this a mere logistical maneuver, or have the Mystics set Reese up for a potentially humiliating showdown in front of her hometown crowd? Regardless of the intent, one thing is certain. This brewing spectacle is about to unleash unfiltered WNBA chaos, and every moment promises to be as electrifying as the rivalry itself. Buckle up, this is just the beginning.
They're going to say, see ya there. Now, the Indiana Fever stated, venue change, a regular season game on May the 28th. On September 7th at the Washington Mystics are moving to CFG Arena in Baltimore, bruh. So as y'all can see here, say game location change, CFG Bank Arena, Baltimore, Maryland. CFG Bank Arena, Baltimore, Maryland. Somebody said, could it be the Mystic owner doesn't want the Caitlin Clark shine to be seen again?
Angel Reese's fans are in full-blown meltdown mode, and honestly, you can't help but laugh, because Caitlin Clark is about to invade Reese's own backyard not once, but twice this season, sending her supporters into absolute chaos. This, right here, is the Caitlin Clark effect in its purest form, and spoiler alert, it has nothing to do with Reese's overhyped antics. The reality is undeniable. The WNBA has never witnessed a player command this level of attention, influence, and box office draw in such a short time, and Baltimore is about to be ground zero for the proof.
Official release, straight from the NBA website, man. Indiana Fever 2025 road games at Mystics moved to Baltimore. So, Angel, man, I mean, listen, y'all made a big deal 2 weeks ago about a Caitlin Clark billboard being put up in Chicago, the Windy City, the 3rd largest city in the country. Of course, they're going to have Caitlin Clark billboards. What are y'all going to do about this? Baltimore, be more careful. 2 games, oh my God.
The electric atmosphere that engulfed Chicago when Caitlin Clark first arrived was a testament to the undeniable force she has become, as fans packed the arena not for Angel Reese's erratic jump shots or animated outbursts, but for the sheer spectacle of Clark's generational talent, effortlessly commanding the court with deep threes, jaw-dropping passes, and an aura that has single-handedly redefined the WNBA's reach, drawing unprecedented crowds and turning routine matchups into must-watch events. Yet, as Clark's star continues to ascend, forcing franchises to expand venues and sending ticket prices skyrocketing, Reese's supporters find themselves grappling with an uncomfortable truth. Hype alone doesn't translate into true superstardom, and while Reese may thrive in the social media sphere, it is Clark who is rewriting record books, shattering viewership milestones, and single-handedly driving revenue streams that WNBA executives previously only dreamed of, with even the very critics who lament Clark's overwhelming media attention quietly profiting from her presence, as evidenced by Sheila Johnson's public calls for balance coverage, only to turn around and move Mystics games to a larger venue in anticipation of Clark's arrival, a move that further underscores the reality that while Reese's fans may desperately cling to the narrative that she belongs in the same conversation, the numbers, the impact, and the demand speak for themselves as Clark's influence reaches beyond the court, propelling a league that has long struggled for mainstream relevance into the national spotlight. And as the Fever's preseason game sells out in mere minutes, breaking ticketing systems in the process, the contrast between Clark's meteoric rise and Reese's comparatively muted impact becomes even more glaring, leaving no doubt that Clark is not just moving the needle but is, in fact, the needle itself, dictating the direction of the WNBA's future while others simply react to her gravitational pull, with Reese's supporters left scrambling for excuses, clinging to cultural significance as justification for a stardom that, in reality, remains largely confined within their own echo chamber, because while Clark is elevating the league to heights unseen, Reese's presence remains secondary, a side narrative overshadowed by the undeniable truth that the biggest story in women's basketball isn't the forced rivalry. It's the unstoppable force that is Caitlin Clark, and as the season approaches, it becomes increasingly clear that while Reese may continue to flex after routine plays, Clark will be the one filling arenas, driving revenue, and making history in real time, leaving Reese and her supporters with nothing but the sobering reality that true greatness isn't dictated by noise, but by results.